Well, hello guys, PokePlayer, and today I'm back for another video. Today is gonna be another moveset video, and today I'm going to cover the final starter Pokemon, Primarina. And honestly, Primarina I like her design or his design, but I think it's just the least favorite, in my opinion. It's my least favorite starter. And unfortunately enough, Primarina also doesn't have the greatest move pool, so I couldn't make very original movesets, unfortunately enough. So that means that these movesets videos are probably gonna look pretty standard, but I try to make it as original as possible, at least my final moveset, and I hope you guys still enjoy it. Primarina stats are really good actually, so that's the thing, that's at least an advantage that Primarina has over the other starter Pokemon. But let's just go on. Oh no, first I wanted to mention that I didn't upload daily, which I kind of promised. I did say in my last video that there's probably a high chance that I won't be able to do it. And as you guys have seen, a week has passed since I uploaded my last video, and I missed a lot of videos if I want to upload daily. So unfortunately I have to excuse me for that, but you know me, I got distracted by school, I couldn't find the motivation to make these moveset videos, but I have one for you today, and let's go on to Primarina's stats. So let's have a look in Primarina's stats. Primarina is a Water Fairy typing, and it's a very original typing. The only other Pokemon that gets this typing is a Azumarill and the Azumarill line. And honestly, Primarina, it's a good typing, Water Fairy. It's only weak to three typings, I believe. Grass, Electric, and Poison. I might be wrong. Don't quote me on that, but I think those are the only three weaknesses that Primarina has, which is very solid for a bulky Pokemon like Primarina. Primarina Dex entry says that it is the soloist Pokemon, and its abilities are Torrent, just a standard water type starter ability, and its an ability Liquid Voice, which turns water-based moves into a water type. So a Hyper Voice will turn into a water type. Unfortunately enough, Liquid Voice doesn't boost the move once it is turned into a water type, which means it's not an amazing ability actually. For Primarina stats, it has a 80 HP stat, very solid, above average, and just very bulky 80. You can take quite a lot of hits with that HP stat. Attack 47. Honestly, you won't be using a lot of physical attacks. You can run physical Primarina because it does have Aqua Jet, which is kind of a niche, but honestly, I don't recommend it. Defense 74 as well. Just a slight bit above average. I think it's just not amazing, but with 80 HP you will be able to take a few physical hits. Special attack 126, amazing special attack. I'm definitely going to make use of that powerful special attack in this Primarina movesets video. And special defense should be corrected. It should be 111, I believe. But I made it 126 for some reason. I don't really know why. I guess I was distracted or something like that. But it should be 111, so not 126. Its speed stat is 60, very low, the same speed stat as a Incineroar. But honestly, yeah, it is a really bulky Pokemon, so you can't expect it to have everything because it's not a legendary. So it isn't really fast. But let's go on to my first moveset. Primarina is a real powerhouse. It is the perfect example of a bulky offensive Pokemon. Primarina has that nice bulk with 80 HP and 116 special defense, as well as 74 defense. So it can take hits from the defensive side, a lot less hits from defensive side as the special defensive side, of course, but it still can take hits from both sides and dish out an amazing amount of damage. For the item, I will go with the choice specs to do that extra damage to break those walls and other Pokemon that try to switch in on Primarina. For the ability Torrent, Liquid Voice is unfortunately not a very useful ability for Primarina. It doesn't have any kind of moves that complement this ability, unfortunately enough, so you've got to go with Torrent. Just an alright ability. If your Primarina is below 30%, I believe, the water type moves will get buffed, which is very nice. Nature, modest, very solid. Just go with that extra special attack you need to get all of the special attack out there, get those moves, break those walls. Moves, Moonblast, it's the most powerful special attack that Primarina learns, and it's a very powerful special attack. So honestly, Moonblast, very solid. Other moves, Scald or Hydro Pump, it just depends on what you want to run. If you want to make that risk with that extra damage of Hydro Pump, take the risk, go for the Hydro Pump, demolish those Pokemon. Or Scald with that nice additional effect of the burn. You could run Sparkling Area to be between those two to have a 100% accuracy move, but don't have a nice additional effect, just a little bit extra damage than Scald. You could do that, but I think Scald or Hydro Pump are the best options that you have. Psychic out there just for that extra coverage. Psychic and Ice Beam will give you a nice amount of coverage, hit a lot of Pokemon with those two extra moves. It isn't stab, of course, but it just you can hit Pokemon like Vileplume, for example, and Ice Beam grass types that are really annoying you out there, and Moonblast won't hurt them very well. So those are just giving you a nice amount of coverage. For the EV spread, 244 HP, as much bulk as you can. 252 special attack, just get that special attack out there. I've mentioned this plenty of times in this moveset. And speed, I gave it 12 speed just to maybe speed creep other 60 base power mons like Incineroar that is run full health, full attack. You never know, you might be able to outspeed 60 base Pokemon. So let's go on to my final and probably the weirdest Primarina set you have seen. I don't know. Let's check it out. Primarina is not only a massive offensive powerhouse, but Primarina has also a lot of bulk with that 80 HP stat and a lot of defense, special defense, well mostly special defense, and that's what we are going to focus on with this moveset. This is the bulky mermaid moveset, and for the item I would go with the leftovers because you want to tank out those special hits and be able to be a nice wall and solid defensive Pokemon on your team. For the ability, go with Torrent. Liquid Voice is not released yet and it isn't very useful. Torrent not really useful as well, but you do run a water type move on this moveset, so it can help in some situations. Nature Calm, you just want to get that special defense on you. You want to take the special defensive hit because that's where you're good at. For the moves, go with Baby Doll Eyes. This is a very gimmicky move, but it can be very useful in some situations. So Baby Doll Eyes only lowers your opponent's attack stat by one stage, but the good thing about Baby Doll Eyes is that it has priority. And because Primarina only has 60 base speed, you gonna need a priority move like Baby Doll Eyes to be faster than your opponents. And it can be very good if a physically offensive threat is going to attack you. But for example, you know that he's going to two-shot you, but you're faster with Baby Doll Eyes, and you can make that a 3-hit KO, and with that you can hit him twice and lower its attack at the same time, which is very nice. And because Primarina has good special offense, you might be able to two-shot him as well, even though you don't invest a lot of special attack in this moveset. For the other move, I would go with Toxic, just to get that tankiness, just to get rid of other tanks or sweepers that try to sweep on you. Give it a Toxic and they won't be able to do that anymore, which is very nice. The signature move of Primarina is Sparkling Area, and this is a questionable move on this move set because Sparkling Area does get rid of your opponent's burn, and that's why I decided to put it on there. If one of your Pokemon on your team has a Will-O-Wisp and it used it on a tank, for example, but you actually want that tank to be poisoned, so I think that Sparkling Area could work in that situation. So it's very situational, and it's cool to use its signature move, so I thought I'd put Sparkling Area on there. You definitely don't have to do that. I don't recommend it on most situations, but if you have something that inflicts burns on your opponent, then it might be good to have Sparkling Area to attack those tanks that are burned with Sparkling Area, cure their burn, and put a Toxic on them. So that might be a good combination with Toxic. Other options are, of course, Scald or Hydro Pump if you want that extra damage. Just use the water type move that you really want to use on the set and that fits your team the best. Last move, Moonblast, just get the damage out there. Primarina, even though we don't invest in its special attack, is still a really powerful Pokemon. So honestly, get that extra coverage with Moonblast is very solid. And for the EV spread, I would go with 252 HP, just to get as much bulk in the HP. 196 in special defense, to get a low special defensive bulk, and 80 in defense. I decided to mix it up a little bit to make it bulky on both ends, so that it can take a few physical hits. A few more physical hits than if you don't invest in it, but honestly you can go full on special defense as well if you have a solid defensive tank or your team already that you don't need any support with. So this was the last moveset. I hope you enjoyed this one. This is probably the most original Primarina moveset you've seen. I don't know. It's all up to you, but I really like this set, to be honest. I think it can work very well. I hope you guys are going to make use of these two movesets. Primarina is not the most diverse Pokemon out there. It has some cool moves, but not the greatest move pool, so I couldn't make two amazingly original movesets, but these are still very solid and I think they're very useful for Primarina. So if you're going to run a Primarina, make sure to check these out and maybe use them. I would love to see some usage out of these two. But honestly, next up would have been Toucannon if I was going to follow the Pokédex order, but I think I'm not gonna do that. I prefer to make movesets out of Pokemon that I find really interesting. Toucannon, really interesting Pokemon. I'm not going to say that it isn't, but I have some Pokemon that I really want to make movesets for, and I just can't wait to follow the Pokédex order before I can make those movesets. So I'm going to make the movesets from the Pokemon I like the most out of the Alola region from now on. And I hope you guys are not mad about that, but there are just a few Pokemon that I really want to make movesets for, and I can't wait. So you might be able to see some this week, next week, you never know with me. But I hope you guys enjoyed this video. If you did, make sure to leave a like, and then I'll see you guys in my next video. Later.